Hey there. Okay, I'm getting ready for another camping trip here, and what I'm working on this time is a prepared recipe that I had actually last weekend that someone else made, which is really good. It's a mango curry rice with lentils. It's quite tasty, so I was going to start preparing here what I'm going to need. Now, I do this in 2 bags, and at the site what you do is you mix everything with boiling water as followed by directions, then put basically put the mango curry sauce on top of the rice, and it's quite tasty. So starting off, we're going to start with the rice and the lentils. You need a cup of basmati rice. I'm going to measure it here and hopefully not make a mess. Yeah, that's good. So I've got a Ziploc where I've also written how much water to add, which is 2 1/4 cups of water. So I'll just add this in, and then we need half a cup of dry green lentils. Quite enough. I'd actually put some in one of these jars here, and whoops. And that's good. So we add this to the rice. Again, this will just be cooked just like you would any rice. Try to get as much air out of the bag. Again, I've written on the bag exactly how much water that I need to boil. All this stuff in. And that's the rice and the lentil. You just kind of mix that up. However much, it'll probably get mixed up also in transit. And that's part 1. Okay, what I'm doing is starting to work on the next part, which is mostly spices, although it also uses dried mango. Now if you made this at home, you just use fresh mango, or if you have the ability to take a fresh mango with you on your backpacking or camping trip, you can do that as well. But they just need to be chopped up into half a cup of dried mango, and then I have several other spices to add. Sorry. I'm not going to show you measuring out all the spices, but I will go through what's in there. Okay, mangoes are all chopped up. Again, these are dried mangoes just purchased from the store. Most dried mangoes are also sugared, so you got to keep that in mind. You're going to have some more sugar in your diet because of this. But again, just like I said, if you were doing this at home or had the ability to bring along a fresh mango, you could use that instead, and it actually may improve the recipe. Although this recipe actually is pretty good. Now, what we're going to do from here, I need to add 1 chicken bouillon cube, and then a whole bunch of spices. Spices include, let's see, there's 1 teaspoon of paprika, there's a teaspoon of curry. Now, I have a curry plant, although I'm not going to use it for this recipe, but if I had a spice grinder or something, you could use fresh curry. Otherwise, you can just use curry powder, which is what I'm going to use. You need 3 tablespoons of garam masala. You need you need 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You need half a teaspoon of ginger powder, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. You need a teaspoon of dried chopped onions. You need a teaspoon of turmeric. You need half a teaspoon of red cayenne pepper powder, and you need half a teaspoon of ground cumin. The cayenne pepper is really what makes this recipe kind of hot, and it's not really hot, but it definitely has some heat to it. If you want it hotter or milder, you can just raise that up and down from the half teaspoon, which is called for. So you don't really need to see me measure out all these spices, but I'm going to do that and then come right back. Okay, all the spices are in here now with the dried mango, and what you can just do is just give these a shake, and there's a bouillon cube in there, which of course won't really come apart until you start to put it in water and boil it. Once you got all this together, make sure you get all the air out so that you can, as much air as possible anyway, so it'll pack up as small as possible. Small is very important in backpacking. Make sure everything can fit in, but there you go. That's what it all looks like. And what happens is you add this to a cup of water and you simmer it more or less until till the mangoes kind of get soft and they're cooked through and they start turning brown. And combine that with 2¼ cups of water for the rice and lentils, which you just boil that and then let sit for say like 5 minutes to let all the water soak in. And then you serve out the rice, pour this on top. Makes for a very tasty and certainly not traditional camping meal. Enjoy.